Okay, everybody. So this has been a long-awaited opportunity for me. Just finally managed to grab my hands on a Mora Pathfinder. As you can see, it's got a elliptical shaped blade. It really flares out at the belly here. It's a clip point style blade. 6.75 inches on the blade length. Scandi grind. Approximately, I think it was around 11 degrees per side. So Scandi grinds are my favorite. I've said it a lot because when it comes to cutting meat, cutting through wood, fibrous materials, the edge is so keen, but it's so strong because there's so much steel behind it on the Scandi grind. It's 3.2 millimeters thick on the stock, and it's been ground all the way along the spine to strike ferro rods. It's the same Bushcraft style handle as the classic Bushcraft series. It's an 80% tang. So basically where you see the rear jimping on the handle is where the tang stops. So you've got more than a fistful of steel that you're grabbing onto inside the handle. So there's no reason this blade can't baton. Now I know Survival Lily did break the Pathfinder on her test, but that's probably just a heat treatment flop. So the carbon steel on the moras, they've been described as basically 1095, and nothing wrong with that steel at all. I think the reason this knife rather flopped and got discontinued was because people were not ready for a $100 Mora. But the Garberg is selling like hotcakes, which is basically it's just the Cansbull that's a tiny bit thicker, and you get the extra tang sticking out the back for batoning and prying and whatnot. So I think if they release the Cansbull and the Garberg first and then release this blade, people would love it and they wouldn't have discontinued it. Because for some reason people are expecting a Scandi grind Bushcraft style knife to be a chopper and a pry bar. I mean, if you really had to, yeah, I guess you could do it, but it's much better to just place the steel and chip, baton it. Sorry, this log is rotten, so that's not gonna pass the survival Bushcraft test. So let's just go into the sheath. So the sheath is a disappointment, mainly because when you slip this through the molle webbing, there's no way to attach it onto your belt unless you put this part through your belt first and then you weave this through the molle webbing on the back. So that's a total fail. What I would do is I'm just going to leave it permanently on the side of my backpack, and then it will accept the other Mora knives, like all the other Bushcraft series. So it'll accept, say, my stainless Bushcraft tan desert survival model. And as you can see, the sheath does accept Ranger bands really well. So I've got the SE Survival tin, a Victorinox Farmer, and a Tops 3-piece ferro rod. It's just nylon, the plastic insert. It does have 4 grommets, so I would actually like to use this with, say, shot cord and cinchers, to use this as like a leg rig. That would be really nice. That's probably what I'll end up doing if I don't decide to not keep this on the side of a backpack. Okay. Sometimes in the woods you don't find an absolutely perfectly straight, non-perfectly dried, not free piece of wood to baton perfectly for the camera. Sometimes that's just how it happens, eh? try this guy. Well, look at that. It splits really nicely. It's a good thickness. I really love the edge geometry. There's certainly a lot of meat on this blade that there's no reason you shouldn't be able to baton with it. It's really unfortunate they discontinued it, so it's really hard to find, and they're starting to become inflatedly overpriced on eBay. But yeah, this is definitely my keeper for the 6-inch belt knife. I mean, to compare it to a BK7 isn't really fair, because that's just an entirely different beast on its own. Come on. I'll just keep splitting this. It's enough of that. Just getting used to the balance on this thing. It's very heavy weight forward. I'd say it's about yeah, just past the forward choil grip on the handle there. But this is with the micro bevel, and I've been using it for cutting frozen meat for jerky and opening packages and stuff. So I will resharpen it, and another video later when it's a true Scandi without the micro bevel, we'll do another test. But yeah, I really like the forward feel of this blade, and I really like the elliptical shape of this blade as well. Okay, more with the Pathfinder here. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna follow some of these cracks. Now that I've actually sharpened this on a stone, it's what I call absolute rock and roll sharp. That micro bevel was not doing a happy job at staying sharp. So what I do to all the moras is get rid of that micro bevel and just give it a true flat Scandi grind. So I should be using a bit bigger baton, but just a quick test. Not too picky. It's going through that hard pith in the middle of the birch log. That's about it. I'm just going to reset it a bit. Just keep readjusting. had a bigger baton, it would definitely gone through by now. Just want to show you, see, tiny bit of flexing going on, but nothing worrisome. Handling this funky birch pretty well. Let's just get to some of this dry poplar here. So it's still, it does feel forward heavy, but such a nice slicing knife. Just getting used to the different weight. Still pretty green piece of wood, so not ideal dry curls, but gets the job done for sure. Let's just do one more. Okay, this should be super dry and should give what I call the YouTube approved curls. No one wants to watch someone be shitty at bushcraft. They want to see a pro, you know. You never want to see like an amateur guy who's grabbing a real piece of wood out of the woods and then start to bushcraft. It's just a powerhouse, it just keeps slicing through. Okay, let's just see how this thing will scrape magnesium and then just like some birch bark. So the spine is an amazing scraper. Okay, so now just gonna see how the spine likes to throw ferro rods. Really likes to scrape magnesium, so that's a pass. So if you do it slowly, it'll scrape magnesium really well off the Exotex ferro rod.